Oh, if you could maybe give a quick summary of how to do the
Yes.
16th notes again, too.
Okay, so our 16th note rhythm, right? So the system for labeling 16th notes. First thing you want to do is you want to label the beat. So that means no matter what the note is, you're going to label it with that number. So we know that no matter what actual note comes here, it's beat number 1. And then once you label it, you look at the note and say, okay, what kind of note is it? It's an 8th note, so that means the next note available has to be and then you start the process over, right? So when it gets more complex is with 16th notes. So you're looking at the first one, and you say, okay, the note, I know it comes on beat 2, no matter what is there, it's on beat 2. Now I'm going to look up and see what kind of note happens on beat 2, a 16th note. Okay, because it's a 16th note, the next available note that we can play on is E. So then I'll label the next note E. Now that I know it's E, I'll look up at what actually the note is. Okay, it's an 8th note. An 8th note is worth how many 16th notes? 2. So that means it's last for E and. So the next available note is A. And that's the summary of how you do that. So the rhythm is 1 E and a, 2 E and a, 3 E and a, 4 E and a. That's the first one. And the second one is 1 E and a, 2 E and a, 3 E and a, 4 E and a. And notice I'm counting every 16th note throughout the entire measure, even when I'm just playing 8th notes here or even resting over here. I'm always going to count all 4 16th notes. So that way when I get to the part that actually has the 16th notes, I know what I'm doing. So that's 1 E and a, 2 E and a, 3 E and a, 4 E, second measure, 1 and a, 2 E and a, 3 E and a, 4 E and a. Okay, so that's how you count that. And you want to not try and think about the actual song when you're doing this. That way you get better at reading and counting rhythms. So the top parts are pretty simple. It's just a rhythm of 1, 1 and 2 and you can play it with your 3rd and 1st finger or your 4th and 1st finger, whichever you're more comfortable with. And all it's doing is playing that rhythm pattern over different chords. So it's 1 and 2 and then again, again, again. Then it moves, but it's the same rhythm. Just move to the A string, then the 2nd fret and the 1st fret, that 1st fret on the D, and then same idea above it, same frets, and then you go up here to the 6th fret, and you go 1 and 2 and I think he like slides up, and there might be some break or something. Okay, so then we have our verse rhythm that we went over. So it's 2 patterns, right? So it's 1 and 2 E, a 3, right? 1 E and a 2 E and a 3, and then we rest on 4. The same exact thing again. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3, and then now we're playing the same note, but we play the 3 and. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and then the same thing again. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and then the next line we go just play 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and then we go back to our 16th note rhythm. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 and a 4 and then 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and. Okay, so at full speed it's and then you would do that whole section again. The kind of pre-chorus is pretty simple. It's just half notes. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. And it kind of just slides up like that. And then, so then for the chorus section, so we have a, right here, we have a 2-measure pattern here with our rhythm, right? And then also kind of with our notes. So the rhythm, the 2-measure rhythm pattern is 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. That's the 2-measure pattern that's repeated here and then also repeated there. Okay, so how that part goes is 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. You do the exact same thing again. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 3 and 4. And then you're just moving to new frets, same rhythm. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And then he plays the 6th fret and slides up. And then there's a little break and he goes back to the verse.